Hello and welcome back to the Ghiotto career mode. Today we're going to be doing an invitational event and the Chinese Grand Prix.
Is this the one?
Indeed it is. And this is Jonathan. He's going to let you drive some of his cars.
Well, not quite my cars, per se. It's a mere detail. You know, I'd really rather be down there racing them myself, to be honest. I'm actually quite handy behind the wheel, but it's the downforce, those lateral Gs, you know? The old neck can't really handle it. So I need a pro. And that's where you come in. We run in a bunch of events throughout the year. Time trials, races, all sorts. And I have it on good authority that you have the ability and temperament to do well in these. Make our business look good and, most importantly, bring the cars back in one piece. So consider this a formal invitation. And I'll see you at the track.
Now, if you'd just like to step into my office, I'd like to go over those contract provisions we discussed on the phone before the fire.
So we've been given the option to either drive in the 1996 Williams car or the 2006 Renault car in which Fernando Alonso won his second World Championship in. And I've decided to go and drive in the Renault car and do the pursuit challenge, which is basically there's a bunch of slower cars which start before us and we need to try and catch them up.
Hello again, and thank you for joining us today for one of the few events this year that won't have a critical impact on the World Championship. So maybe we can all relax just a little bit more and enjoy the action from this wonderful field of historic cars.
So the challenge is to try and finish in first place, and let's go and see if we can do that. And some of the cars have already gone away, and now the lights for us have started to come on. It's 5 red lights, and away we go in the 2006 Renault. It's got very high revs compared to the 2017 cars, and into turn 1 we're a wee bit twitchy, but we'll soon get used to it, and I'll let you hear the engine noise for a bit. So we are now catching up to the Williams car in lap 2, and can we possibly make a move going into this corner? We're going to try and go around the outside, and that is up into 4th position with only a lap to go. And now we cut on into the last lap, and we're going to make the move on the McLaren car and also the Ferrari car up the inside, but we're into 2nd place. But approaching the last corner, we still need to make one more overtake on the McLaren car. Can we do it? We're closing up to him. It's going to be a race to the line with the McLaren car. Are we going to make it? No, we are not. We have finished 2nd in this pursuit challenge. So that was the first invitational event of the season, and hopefully next time we can pass the goals. And now let's listen to our qualifying goals.
Just letting you know that we've had the team's expectations through for the upcoming qualifying session.
So we're expected to qualify 6th or higher for the Chinese Grand Prix, and also to beat our teammate Felipe Massa. And now we cut on to the end of our first lap in Q1. We go across the line to go P6, and we're going to go around again for another lap, opening the DRS, and we're going to improve this time to go P4 for the moment. But we took the risk to not go out again, and unfortunately that has backfired as we have qualified in P16. And now let's check out our race goals.
Hey, how are you? I have some information on the race goals you should keep in mind.
So we're expected to finish in 9th place or higher, and to beat our teammate and in the championship stay above 7th position.
Joining me once again to take you through this race is the effervescent Anthony Davidson, and I'm very much looking forward to it getting underway. You raced here, of course, didn't you, back in your Super Aguri days in that infamous Chinese Grand Prix of 2007?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't last that long though, unfortunately. Qualifying had gone pretty well, but my brakes failed quite early in the race, around lap 10 or 11, something like that. And of course, back in 2004, I was the very first Formula 1 driver to complete a lap of this circuit. Just thought I'd mention that for you, Crofty. You like a good stat. It's a fairly tough circuit on the brakes here, though. You know, it's that long back straight down into turn 14, and then you got turn 6 and 11. They're quite heavy as well. On top of that, managing your front tyre wear is always a challenge around here, so there's a lot to keep in mind during the Grand Prix.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Raikkonen, who'll start P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Ricciardo, Max Verstappen, and Vettel, Massa, Grosjean, Hülkenberg, and Kevin Magnussen, Palmer, Sainz, Sergio Perez, and Kvyat, Ocon, and Williams, Fernando Alonso, and Stoffel van Dorn, Wehrlein, and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Okay, so you're lower on the grid than we wanted. Let's make the start count.
So let's take a look at our race strategy for today. We're going to go for the one stop, starting on the softs, and then going on to the mediums, but with the option to convert to a two stop if we have to, and going on to the super softs. So here we are then for 5 red lights for the Chinese Grand Prix, and away we go. And it looks like we've had quite a good start, but Ocon has had a better start, and he's gone side by side with his teammate and also with the Toro Rosso of Kvyat, and they go 3 wide into turn 1, and we have seen the opportunity to go up the inside of many cars into turn 1, and we slightly touch our teammate there, but no harm's done, and we're going to try and hold it round the outside, and that is a great start nonetheless, and we are up into 12th position. That's a good start, but can we possibly overtake the Haas car of Kevin Magnussen? We go up the inside, and we've overtaken the Renault as well, and we slightly make contact with Romain Grosjean, but no harm is done, and we are now up into 10th position from 16th. We cut on to lap 3 now. We've got the DRS on Romain Grosjean. We go to the left, but there's no space for us to go to the left, so we have to back out of the move and stick in behind. But we see the opportunity to go up the inside in the latter part of turn 1, and we are now up into P9 in this race. So it's been a good start, considering we started into P16 on the grid, as we get a bit of oversteer there, but no harm is done. And we're going to take a look at a replay of that move now. We get boxed in there, but we take the opportunity in the latter parts of turn 1, and that is a good move for us there as we go down to turn 2 and 3. But now we cut on to lap 6, and up ahead it's Massa and I think Hülkenberg, that is. Yes, that is Hülkenberg. They've gone into the pits already, so that suggests that they are on a 2-stop strategy from this point. But we're now going to cut on to lap 10, and Marcus Ericsson is out of this race. I wonder what's happened to him. Is it a mechanical failure possibly? I don't know, we're going to have to find out. And we cut on later into the lap, as now we're under pressure from Kimi Raikkonen, and he is up the inside into the hairpin, and he has made the move up into P3, and that's the yellow flag, and I think that's Marcus Ericsson on the left hand side. Yes, it is. So it does look like that was a mechanical failure for the Sauber driver, and that is 2 races in a row that Marcus Ericsson has DNF'd. But we cut on to the very next lap, and Lewis Hamilton has now overtaken us down into the hairpin, as they are faster cars who have already made their pit stops. And now we cut on to the very next lap again, and lap 12, and this time we're under pressure from Valtteri Bottas as he overtakes us down into the hairpin, and he locks up a bit there. So is he maybe under a bit more pressure than Hamilton is? As we look at our tyres, and it's at 63%, so it's time for us to come into the pits for our first and hopefully only stop of the day, and we brake just in time to make that penalty free, and into the pits we come to put on a set of medium compound tyres, and that is a good stop from the team. And now where are we going to come out? We are currently P8, but is that going to change as we come out of the pits down to P9 and P10, P11, and we are out just behind Nico Hulkenberg, so we're not able to jump him in the pits, but we're able to stick close by him, and we're going to try and make a move later in the lap, hopefully. As we cut on later to the lap, there's a yellow flag and Max Verstappen is out of the race. There he is on the left hand side. So that's the second race in a row where he's not finished in the points, as we get the DRS on Nico Hulkenberg. We go to the right, down into the hairpin. Can we make the move stick? Yes we can, as we also try and overtake the Toro Rosso of Carlos Sainz, and we are side by side going into the last corner. We make slight contact there, but Carlos Sainz goes into the pits, and that puts us off the track, and Hulkenberg swipes us off, and that is us almost into the gravel. Not quite. We've lost quite a bit of time there, and that is not good for us. And now we're going to take a replay of what happened to Max Verstappen, and it's an engine failure for him. That would be very disappointing for the Dutchman. As I said earlier, he's got 0 points out of 2 races, and now we're going to take a look at a replay of the incidents involving ourselves on board from Sergio Perez, as we go up the inside and then we go side by side with the Toro Rosso driver. But at this point I was unaware that Sainz was going into the pits, so that put me off track a bit, put me wide, and then Hulkenberg gave me no room to re-enter the track, and I was swiped off into the gravel almost. But now we cut on to lap 15, and that's Kimi Raikkonen going very slowly there. I wonder what has happened to him. I don't really know. But up ahead it's side by side action once more with the group ahead of us, and is that going to be an overtake? It's Sergio Perez, Hulkenberg, and it's Kevin Magnussen. A three-way fight there in the hairpin. And now can we join the party, as we are going to get the DRS on Kevin Magnussen down the main straight. Can we possibly make a move? I think we might be a bit too far back to make the move from here, but we do close up to them very well in turn 1. And can we possibly make the move in the latter stages of turn 1? I think we have, and we are now up into P9 as we look to try and possibly make a move at Hulkenberg later into the lap. But we're going to look back at what happened to Kimi Raikkonen as he goes around the fast left-hander, and it's a left front puncture for Kimi Raikkonen. So was he possibly pushing his tyres too long maybe? I don't know. But whatever's happened, he has got a puncture. As now we cut to lap 16, and we are trying to look to see if we can overtake Nico Hulkenberg. He goes very slowly on the right-hander, and we make the most of that as we go side by side in the double left-hander. And I think we have made the move stick. Yes, we have. As we go down to this left-hander, we kind of go a bit wide a bit, which doesn't give Hulkenberg a chance to overtake us again. But we cut on to the start of lap 17, and that is Sebastian Vettel coming out of the pits as we get very slidey as we go into turn 1. But can we possibly use the Ferrari driver to possibly overtake Sergio Perez, who is just up the road there? So we're going to have to wait and see if we're able to do that or not. And we cut on later to lap, and as you can see, Vettel is overtaking Perez, but we have dropped slightly back from him, so I don't think we're going to be able to capitalise as our teammate goes into the pits for his second stop of the day. We now cut on to lap 19, and we've got the DRS on Sergio Perez. We go into the slipstream of the Force India driver, down into the hairpin. We go up the inside, and can we make the move stick? I think we have, and yes, that is the move done. Up into P5 that'll be now, as we now take a replay of the move. We go up the inside, and that is a good move that we have made. And we cut on to lap 22, and Daniel Ricciardo is out of this race, and that is not good news, as that is now both of the Red Bull drivers out of the race. which means that after 2 rounds, Red Bull are on 0 points in the Constructors' Championship, which is not good for them. And now we are going to look in the battle for 5th place between Felipe Massa and Sergio Perez, and Massa goes up the inside of Perez going into turn 1. Can he make the move stick? I think he has done so. And there you can see us just a bit ahead there. And next up the road from Aston is going to be us, and it's going to be the first battle between me and my teammate, as now we cut to lap 24, and Felipe Massa has used DRS to go up the inside into the hairpin. We tried to squeeze him out, but we've not able to prevent him making the move on us, and now he's up to P4 as we get a bit of oversteer there. But can we use the DRS to maybe try and get back past our teammate down in the main straight? We get the DRS, we're in the slipstream, but we're just falling behind a bit, and I think Felipe's new soft tyres is going to be a lot faster on them than we are going to be on slightly older medium compound tyres, which means I think we're not going to be able to re-overtake Felipe. But despite that, it's going to be a very good result for the team, a 4th and a 5th place, so that is good news for us in the Constructors' Championship, as we've taken a look at a replay of the move. But we cut on to the checkered flag to finish in P5, and a very good result for the team.
A great win then for the Mercedes team today. So Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
So as I say that, we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix.
So just before we round off this episode, we've gone on to the R&D tree, and we're going to upgrade the durability of all our components, as some of them have worn a bit more than we'd like. So we're going to spend a few resource points on that, and hopefully that should come in the next race. But if you have enjoyed this episode of the Look at Ghiotto career mode, do leave a like, share the video around, and subscribe to the channel for more videos on F1 2017. So I'll see you next time for another video, and goodbye.